Welcome to Polka Time Again from the studios of WCTV in Wadsworth, Ohio, with Mike and Jean, your co-hosts. We hope to entertain you with an hour of polka and waltz music and information on where to go to listen and dance to more polka and waltz music. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea for Polka Time Again.
I think we'll start off today with Canada's polka king, Walter Ostanek, and an old-fashioned polka. How about that? I love an old-fashioned polka.
I love an old-fashioned polka, old-fashioned polka, old-fashioned polka. I love an old-fashioned polka, like mother and dad used to do. Give me a girl that is pretty, country or city, long as she's pretty, then do an old-fashioned ditty, like mother and dad used to do. City, long as she's pretty, then do an old-fashioned ditty, like mother and dad used to do.
We're off to a rousing start.
Up at the old DC Ranch in Northwest Ohio, and for those fans of Walter Ostanek, they're going to be celebrating his 90th birthday coming up on, Sunday, April 27th. The Frank Moravsik Band, oops, no, I got the wrong one. It's the 41st Annual Super Button Box Bash and 90th birthday celebration for Walter Ostanek at the American Croatian Lodge in East Lake, Ohio. The Fairport Jammers are going to be there, Don Wojtyła, and Walter's best music guys and gals. So that's a chance to see Walter Ostanek again coming up on Sunday, April 27th, 1 p.m.
And that's a fine, fine place to go for some polka entertainment.
That's right. And we're
Been there many times.
And we're still getting feedback, Joanna, just to let you know. What do we got up next there?
Well, my buddies from Youngstown, Del Sinchek and the boys, and I really don't know the perfect translation of this, but this is what you say to a Slovenian person when you greet him for the first time. Jak šamas?
How you doing?
And the answer is pomali, jak ti. Well, we're off to our usual start.
Yeah, for those of you who noticed, that wasn't Del Sinchak, but it was the two Kathys, Kathy Hlod and Kathy Voigt, playing Pod Boys polka. So we're not sure if we got them mixed up in our bag or what's coming up next, but what do you think's next up there, Dad?
Well, what did I announce?
We announced Del Sinchak. I don't know if it's going to be
Yakshimas.
Polka Poppers or let's see. Let's
Well,
try that one.
The next one will be another one, folks. It's surprise polka time. Let's see what we have.
Could be Polka Poppers. May not be. Could be Del Sinchak too.
Yeah.
You guys decide. Here, we're going to see what's
Could
coming
be
up here.
Joey Tomsick.
Here comes Dell.
It's Del. All right.
Yakshimas is the friendly greeting when you meet another. Joe, don't you know, it's the grandest way to say hello, how are you? On the Polka City street, it's a break that can be beat. Don't be later to say Yakshimas. Yakshimas, how's your mother, father, sister, and your brother? Yakshimas, is the friendly greeting when you meet another. And Joe, don't you know, is the grandest way to say hello, how are you? On the Polka City street, it's a place that can be beat. Don't delay, learn to say Yakshimas.
Okay. Del Sinchak there.
I think my wife and I were at that particular dance.
Yeah, up at the lake, so always a fun time up there.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
hey, also a fun time is Dingus Day is coming up, April 21st, the traditional Polish celebration after the end of Lent and Easter. And in Cleveland, they celebrate it in a big way. There are going to be all kinds of polka bands up there. Fred Zwick, the Chardon Polka Band, Eddie Rodick, Frank Moravsik, and a couple more, all going to be up there at the, let's see, the Happy Dog, Gordon Square. area up there in Cleveland, and they start at 10:30 in the morning, even earlier, and they go into the evening there. So if you're into Dingus Day, you should be up in Cleveland this coming Monday, April 21st. Fun time.
You'll remember it for the rest of the year.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's see what we got now. Oh, the polka poppers. I think it's time for a waltz. What do you think?
I think slow it down.
And
That's
this,
right.
This is a beautiful waltz, the Blue Dawn Waltz. Very nice, very nice.
Caught me off guard there, yeah. Hey, Dingus Day is coming up, and they celebrate in a big way over in Warren. The Penn Ohio Polka Pals will have their Dingus Day celebration Monday, April 21st at 5 p.m. And they're going to have music by the Ron Pivovar Band, followed by, again, Walter Ostanek and his All-Stars. So admission $15, food, compliments of DeLucia's there. Again, it starts at 5 p.m., and that's a great opportunity, again, to see Canada's Polka King right there in Warren, Ohio.
Yeah, that's right. The county seat of Trumbull County.
There you go.
Where I grew up. Wonderful part of Ohio.
Yeah, not a bad area. I spent a little time there, too.
Okay, well, let's see what we're going to do now. Well, something with a little German flavor to it, I believe. Hank Haller and the boys. And a polka, and I'll try to pronounce it properly.
So we're looking at that, yeah.
Borjika Polka. For all our German friends.
pięknie tańczy z wesela, do koleczka dokola. Orsiczanka to je polka wabiwa, gdyż grajmy się dokola. Na twarzy mnie uśmiechnie, wszak se dobrze tancuje, orsiczanka to je polka ma. Muzykanty to je kasa wesela, gdyż zaczną mnie nalada. Bęczyska kasawycka już hajda, pójdźmy wszyscy dokola. Morawanka to je kasa wesela, gdyż zaczną mnie nalada. Zwłaszcza na as jedyni, nie ani jedyni, który tu polku nie miaraj. Muzykanty to je kasa wesela, gdyż zaczną mnie nalada. Bęczyska kasawycka już hajda, pójdźmy wszyscy dokola. Morawanka to je kasa wesela, gdyż zaczną mnie nalada. Kapelnik se uśmiewa, klarynet se śpieweta, a bubenie koniec udziela.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Nice little polka there, yes. Hey, it's a very big birthday week this week, and we want to send congratulations out to Kaylee Keller of Keller's Meats, Jeff Kilmer, a longtime teacher at Cloverleaf Schools, and Dave Rako, one of the Valley City Frog Jump organizers. Ron Pickering, a longtime member of the Medina Eagles, now down in Florida, is celebrating. Medina County judges Jim Kimbler and Bill Hudson have birthdays this week, and the Wadsworth Mafia. Joe Gabrosik the younger, Jim Kovacs, also now residing in Florida, Joanne Ogerchek Holbert, Jim Cordes, and Kevin Dene are all celebrating. Happy birthday to them and everyone celebrating this week. And don't worry, Karen and Terrell, we're going to get to yours in a minute.
Okay. Boy, there was a lot of familiar names there.
That's right.
Remember them hanging around the house with my children.
Being shooed away and telling them how much better behaved they were than me.
That's right. Well, we better move right along. I think it's time for a waltz.
Okay, yes.
When we've been getting out of hand here. And let's see what we have here. The Black Diamond Band, a local group. They're performing over at Walther Park. Let's see what it looks like. Very nice, very nice.
I say those guys in purple shirts aren't very good dancers. Is what.
Well, they pick out the best-looking ladies to dance with.
Well, there you go. All right, that was the Bevises there with the Black Diamond Band over where was that? Walter Park, where they do Tuesday jam sessions, right? Every
Absolutely.
week. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So great fun time. Hey, there's some other polka events coming up here in the area. If you want to get out and hear some great polka music, on Friday, April 25th, during the Chardon Maple Fest. I've been up there. The Chardon Polka Band is going to be performing there at Chardon, Ohio. That's going to be in the evening there. Then on Saturday, on April 26th at 4 p.m., the Bill Bevick Band is going to be celebrating halfway to Oktoberfest. Always a reason to celebrate, right? At the Erling Fest in Lisbon, Ohio, over in Columbiana County. So.
Okay, well, it wouldn't be a polka show if we didn't have a tune from Slovenia. So here it comes, the polka from Slovenia.
Spirited, very spirited.
Oh, yeah, and that just reinforces my theory that all the young ladies in Slovenia are very good-looking and talented musicians.
There you go. I wonder if those folks on stage had to pay extra for those seats too. I don't know.
I don't know. You got something here?
Yeah, I thought maybe you had something on the back of your sheet there, because we always shoot this show on Mondays, and everyone's so happy about
Yeah,
Mondays.
Yeah. Well, did I mention if every day's a gift, can I return Monday? I already mentioned that, didn't I?
You did not, just to me.
Well, here's another little tidbit. What do you call a person who's happy on Monday?
Unusual.
Unemployed.
Unless you're Joanna, who gets to tape us every Monday.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
30 years.
You mad, yeah?
Glorious years.
It's always good to get the headache out of the way on the first day of the week.
That's right. The rest of the week looks better. Hey, I mentioned earlier Karen and Terrell Crawford, we mentioned in birthdays. They reached out to us on Facebook and wanted to make sure to wish their dear friend Matt Schaefer a happy birthday. And a lot of you may be aware of Matt Schaefer. He's the host of the Polka Show on WZIP 88.1 on Saturday mornings over in Akron. So thank you very much, Karen and Terrell Crawford from down in Canton, and happy birthday to Matt Schaefer, Radio Polka King here in the Akron area.
Okay, well, we just saw a polka with some very attractive young ladies from Slovenia, and strangely enough, the next polka that we have is by Joe Bino, and it's called Mom's Pretty Girl Polka. Ah, boy. Oh, very nice, very nice.
Mom's Pretty Girl Polka, that's
Yes.
right, yes.
Well, you know, we like to do more than play polka music. We like to pass on historic information. And you were mentioning a couple of historic events that happened on this very
That's
day.
right, but we particularly like to do that when we're short of material. But April 14th in 1865, Abraham Lincoln was shot on April 14th. And oddly enough, in 1912, the RMS Titanic, the world's largest ocean liner at the time, hit the iceberg on April 14th. And I didn't have it here, but on April 14th also, Fort Sumter surrendered to the Confederates at the beginning of the Civil War. So be careful out there on Mondays.
You got any good news about?
I do, but I'll get to that at the next break. So
Boy,
it's
oh
not all
boy.
bad on April 14th.
Boy, oh boy, that is. I'm
Be careful out there.
disheveled here. I'm upset.
It's also the day before tax day, so if we want to just pile on there.
Well, maybe we better play a
Play
waltz.
some nice music, yes.
Yeah, George Stadahar and the boys, Liebestrom. Don't ask me what that means, but it's a Slovenian word. Maybe it might even be German.
George Stadahar, yeah.
Little music from Hudson,
I
Ohio.
was just going to say, it looks like Hudson, Ohio there. Well, we shared the bad news April 14th. A lot of good things also happened on April 14th, including in 1894, Thomas Alva Edison had the first showing of his kinetoscope, better known as moving pictures. So
Oh, wow.
Edison's an Ohio native. Movies have come a long way since then. In 1939, John Steinbeck published his novel, The Grapes of Wrath, one of my favorite books of all time. And then in 1960, the American record company Motown was founded by Berry Gordy up in Detroit, Michigan, made a lot of great music there, and the original studios still stand in Detroit as a museum, and I've been there. It's a great,
Oh, is that right?
it's a great tour, so.
And don't forget, if you're from Cleveland, the name of that city is not Detroit, it's Detroit.
For certain ethnic groups, that's right,
That's
yes.
right. Maybe we better
Detroit.
move along. Lloyd's of Slock going to play a polka featuring a dog. So for all you dog lovers, get the little fella in front of the TV.
He can have a friend.
Yes, indeed.
Pasio sulla pellica, chi non lei sa firze je, o sulla pasa psa. Pesen in
yo. To je bil Irendaj, psi so divje lajali in lastniki njihovi so se na mene vsajali. Čudno zdi se mi pa, saj sem spil le litra dva, a medtem izkuška je pa mucka ratala.
Dragi kinologi, ne bodite strogi, saj nikoli več se ga ne bo napil, v pasji šoli se s fifijem potil. Dragi kinologi, ne bodite strogi, Klemen pasje knjige bo prebral in pravi kinolog postal.
To je bil Irendaj, psi so divje lajali in lastniki njihovi so se na mene vsajali. Čudno zdi se mi pa, saj sem spil le litra dva, a medtem izkuška je pa mucka ratala.
Dragi kinologi, ne bodite strogi, saj nikoli več se ga ne bo napil, v pasji šoli se s fifijem potil. Dragi kinologi, ne bodite strogi, Klemen pasje knjige bo prebral in kinolog, in pravi kinolog postal.
The dog looked pretty happy about
That's
that. I
right.
don't know. Yes. So, hey, we got a very big polka event coming up down in Massillon for all of you folks who watch down in the Canton-Massillon area, and actually the whole entire area. Polka Fest is going to be presented by the Massillon Knights Foundation on Sunday, April 27th. They're going to have polka music going from 1 to 8 p.m. They're going to be celebrating Polka Hall of Famer Ray Budzilik and his family, and they've got some great bands coming in. Jody Maddie's Uptown Sound is coming down from Cleveland, Ohio. From Buffalo, New York, the band 7 is coming in. And then all the way from Connecticut, Dennis Polinsky and the Maestro's Men are coming in. Going to be a great time at the Massillon Knights Foundation there at 988 Cherry Road Northwest in Massillon, Ohio, Sunday, April 27th, 1 to 8 p.m. Great
Okay.
opportunity.
You know, when I was growing up, there was a very pretty young lady in the neighborhood named Loretta Kirby. And every time I think of Loretta Kirby, I have to go dig out this polka, the Loretta Polka. What a pretty girl she was.
Loretta, every night I dream of you. Loretta, won't you make my dreams come true? You thrill me with your kisses so divine. My heart longs for you, Loretta, please be mine. Won't you make my dreams come true? You thrill me with your kisses so divine. My heart longs for you, Loretta, please be mine.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it was outstanding, and I also think there's a lot of polka opportunities coming up if you want to get out and enjoy some polka music in person. That last video is at the DC Ranch out in Findlay, the old DC Ranch, no longer there. And the folks at the Bavarian House out in Deschler, Ohio, are kind of trying to pick up that mantle out there. And on Sunday, April 27th at 3 p.m., the Frank Moravsik Band is going to be at the Bavarian House out in Deschler, Ohio. It's a free admission dance. The public is welcome, and the doors open at 2 o'clock. So, again, for all of you folks who enjoy polka music out in Northwest Ohio, that's a great opportunity. Val Pulowski, Val the Polka Gal, celebrating 30 years on the radio, has a couple dances coming up on May 17th. The Anthony Solkar Orchestra is going to be at the Sharon, Pennsylvania American Legion there over on Cherry Street in Pennsylvania. Polka dance there goes from 1 to 5 p.m. And then don't forget Memorial Day coming up. Val's Memorial Day dance up at the SNPJ Farm. That runs from 1 to 7 p.m. And they're going to have the Frank Stanger Orchestra and the Frank Moravsik Orchestra there also. And
It sounds like a lot of fun.
That's
Some
right.
local fellas.
And before we go to the next song, I just want to mention, too, we heard from all the way out in North Dakota, a lot of our friends up there via Facebook. Donna Seaboy reached out to mention she's from Mandan, North Dakota. Her father played accordion, so she and her father loved to play music together at home. Somewhere My Love was her favorite. He's responsible for the music, but we're going to try and get that on. They lived in Selfridge, North Dakota, and he played for a lot of local dances up there. So thank you for reaching out, Donna Seaboy. We're glad the music brings back some memories for you.
Okay, we've got a nice waltz coming up by Dwayne Malinowski and his group. Going Back to My Homeland, Mayshree, Ohio. Okay, nice job. And I thought we better tell the folks how to be in touch with us in case they had a special song they wanted to hear or dedicate a birthday or an anniversary.
Good idea. We heard from Donna Seaboy and the Crawfords down in Canton, Donna up in Mandan, North Dakota. And if you want to get hold of us, again, those folks both reached out on Facebook at Polka Time Again. You can message us right there. You can also give a phone call. You can pick up the phone right now. There's always an answering machine on. 330-336-7919. You can drop us an email at wctv@wadsworthcity.org, or you can send us a card at Polka Time Again, care of WCTV, 619 School Drive in beautiful Wadsworth, Ohio, 44281. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, well, we got a tune coming up by Jerry Darlock now, and this is something that'll make you happy anytime you do it. It's a little tune called Dance the Polka. Oh, boy.
When you're feeling sad and blue, here's one thing that you can do. Go dance a polka. When the world has got you down, here's a way to turn that frown into a smile. Go dance a polka. When you're on the dance floor, all your troubles disappear. Look around you, all you see are smiles from ear to ear. When you're feeling down and out, that's the time for you to shout. Forget the blues, dance a polka. When you're on the dance floor, all your troubles disappear. Look around you, all you see are smiles from ear to ear. When you're feeling down and out, that's the time for you to shout. Forget the blues, go dance a polka.
Nice job, nice
Jerry
job.
Darlock, yes indeed.
Looks like it's time to close it out for this week. We hope we managed to entertain you folks for about an hour with some polkas and waltzes, and hope to see you again next week at the same time. How's that?
That sounds like a great idea. It's a date.
Okay, well, let's see what we got. Frank Borofsak's going to close it out for us, little group from over in the Youngstown area. And this was one of my favorite drinks when I was growing up and I wasn't yet old enough to drink the real stuff. I used to drink this, the chocolate soda polka. Hope to see you next week at the very same time.
That's what I drank too when I was underage. See you next week. Be kind to your neighbors.
Czaj, czekolady, czerwone, podbijać czaj, czekolady, podbijać czaj, czekolady, czerwone, podbijać czaj, czekolady, woda, Panie Montasiu, bo Jesus sobie tańcuje. Hej, Jesus sobie tańcuje. A nie motoratuje, zadolany tańcuje. Hej, zadolany tańcuje. Po miasteczka i jedzie dzioby, już pan tu panowe sobie. Podpijać czaj, czekoladę, cierdekawy i podpijać czaj, czekoladę lubię. Podpijać czaj, czekoladę, cierdekawy i podpijać czaj, czekoladę lubię. Hej, da, 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 way, da, 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 way, da, da, da. Polish running polka. Thank you very much, Polish running polka. Do wolnego miasteczka stała młoda dziewczyna. I piękna była, piękna jak laleczka, ale ryba zamknął.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.